Number 4 is basically 2 in 1. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good. It's been a while since I did like a face-to-face chit chat, but I'm excited to be doing this. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends and family, and let's just, yeah, share the love. Today I'm going to be mentioning 6 things that has helped me through my journey. I just chose 6, random 6. 6 is my favorite number, so yeah. Now these 6 are just randomly put together, like they don't have to be in order. You can just go with the flow, and based on how you are, what you're going through, and how your personality is, you will figure it out. That's the whole point of this journey. You figure things out for yourself. So yeah, let's jump straight into it, and I'm not going to keep you waiting, and let's have fun with it. Number 1, forgiveness. As I said, this is not in order. You just how I felt, writing them down, how they came out, and that's what I want to share. That's how I want to put it out. Forgiveness is important when you are wanting to heal, when you are in a bad position or space in your life and you need to understand why you are there. And if you do understand right away, that's great. But before you get to that step to forgiveness, you'd have to, get into a deeper level of self-consciousness and also self-understanding. You need to understand why you're in that space, why you're in that position. If you do understand why you're in that space, then that's great. Then you obviously will have to get to a point where you let go and forgive. Forgiveness is important when it comes to creating the life that you want and being at peace with yourself. Because if you don't forgive, you carry that luggage and that bag with you, and the whole point of wanting to have a better life and wanting to be happy is not to carry luggages from the past or the present. It's honestly, I know it sounds as if it's easy. I know it's not, but if you think about it, like, why would you want to keep dragging something that is heavy on you for the rest of your life? Like, after a point, you should ideally let it go. So yeah, I would say forgiveness is key to healing. It takes time. Yes, it does. It takes work, but it is crucial to let go and forgive whoever hurt you, whatever situation hurt you, and forgive yourself. You might have caused whatever you're going through. Work on forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. Number 2, patience. I cannot deal with how much patience you need in your journey. Just in life in general, people need to work on their patience. You need to have patience in whatever you do. When you're healing, you're getting to know a side of yourself that probably you never seen, you've never known. So if there are things that you're not used to doing and you find yourself wanting to do them, you need to understand that patience is key, because you need to explore that part. You get to this point where you are like going through a lot and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn to, you feel like you're just being lousy and just being sad all the time. Patience. That is where you need patience the most. If other people don't have that patience with you, it's fine. It doesn't matter. You should have that patience with you. If you want to heal properly, you need to understand that it takes time, and patience is the key through that journey of time. It's the key through that process. You need to be patient with yourself constantly. Constantly be patient with yourself in whatever journey you have going on when it comes to healing. The steps that you're taking towards self-healing takes time, and it's an unknown world to you, especially if it's like a first approach kind of thing. It's an unknown world to you. So patience, patience, patience. Whatever you do, remember that you need to be patient with yourself. Patience is key as well. So yeah, I cannot stress enough on patience. Be very patient with yourself. Be very, very patient with yourself. 3. One thing that I've found has helped me a lot in my healing journey and also in my self-discovery journey, because at the same time you're healing and you're self-discovering, and you figure out that you probably didn't know a lot about yourself that you thought you did, because you allowed external point of views and external effect to actually affect you. Exploring an unusual curiosity. So let's say, for example, you've always lived your life a certain way, and you've always thought about things a certain way, but like deep down somehow, or lately, you've just been second guessing the way you think about things or the way you see things. And obviously you're kind of scared to kind of approach that bit, because maybe the way you've been brought up or the way you've always been thinking about things are very different from how you wanted to think about them now. This is you wanting to shift and grow from that old mentality, which is fine. That's the whole point of life. Like, we grow, we learn, and we grow. We're supposed to be getting better and better and better. So when you feel like there's something in particular that you've been very curious about lately, and that you've always wanted to research or wanted to learn about or wanted to know, I would suggest you explore that, because that's how you get to know yourself more. That's how you get closer to your purpose. That's how you self-discover. You probably will be afraid because maybe family will think a certain way, people, friends will think a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's your life. If you're not happy and you're trying to please other people, then you're just going to be stuck with that. But if you think that it's your life and you can do whatever you want and however you want, and you're not hurting anyone by being your true self, people who love you would respect your decisions of wanting to explore yourself more and wanting to be true to who you are, because that's how you are true to yourself. When you think about something, when something comes up and you constantly keep thinking about that thing, except it's like super negative, it's about, hurting yourself, then obviously that's not good. But your soul is the one who can direct you to knowing who exactly you are, because you're drawn to something. You're drawn to a particular taste. You're drawn to a particular way of thinking. You're drawn to a particular, whatever it is, you're drawn to something. Whatever you're drawn to, you're supposed to explore that, because that's how you know and learn about yourself. It doesn't mean that because you're drawn to that, that's what you're going to be. You could be drawn to that just to explore it and see what you can take out of it. And if it's not for you, then you move on. But that's how you experience things. That's how you experience life situations, and you learn from things. But yeah, so I would recommend you highly pay attention to these little things that you're drawn to and just explore them. Explore your curiosity. It's not the end of the world if it's not what you're used to. Don't be scared to explore that, because that's how you learn about yourself. Number four is basically 2 in 1, and I feel like there's no one without the other, although you could start off with one and get to the other, if it makes sense. So for example, the first one I put down was self-love. If you don't know how to love yourself, if you don't love yourself enough to realize that you have a toxic trait, or you have been treating yourself or people around you wrongfully, because trust me, self-love plays a massive role on how you treat people around you. If you treat yourself right, you will treat people right. A bit tricky, because you could think you have self-love, but you don't. You'd be out here just not taking care of your body, not taking care of your mind, your spirit, your soul, not exploring your true self, not pay attention to details that really intrigue you, that really attract you, because you feel you don't deserve it, you feel you're not worthy, this, that. You don't appreciate the body that you have, because you feel, something wrong, this and that, but you have a body. Let's start off there. Anyway, what I'm saying is, to get to self-love could be tricky. I think one thing that could help you Slowly is if you start building a more self-care routine. So let's say go for that massage, travel. Like if you love traveling, travel, you know. These are things that you could do to cultivate self-love. Self-care is so connected to self-love. You can have self-care and not have self-love. But if you cultivate self-care properly, you will have self-love. So, for example, I give you an example of myself. I never used to take care of my skin. I just didn't make that effort, you know, to take care of myself because I thought, you know, I was in a space that didn't think it was necessary. But when I started my journey, I always thought, okay, you know what? Let me explore this part of myself. Let me take care of my body. Let me see what it feels like to have a nice skin. It feels like to take care of my skin and, you know, spend time. It's also a way to spend time with yourself. So you need to find things that cultivate self-love. That way you build a relationship with yourself, with your body, with your spirit, with your mind. You teach the whole system that it's okay to do this for yourself. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to appreciate yourself. If you're having issues with your physical body, like your appearance and stuff, then you start doing things that make you feel nice. You speak to yourself in a positive way. Compliment a particular thing about yourself every day. Just do things that will cultivate self-love. Plant the seed to self-love. Because then one day you wake up and you realize and say, damn girl, I'm pretty as, you know, I deserve this. I'm worthy. I love myself. You know, you will truly love yourself, because it's easy to say, oh, I love myself, but do you actually truly love yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you? Is every decision you're making a result of true love to yourself? It's nice. But yeah, so self-love is important, and it's connected to self-care. Well, self-care is connected to self-love. Like, it intertwines. It works together. So I would recommend to work on that too. Number 5, I put journaling. Now, for some people that works, for some people it doesn't, and that's fine. You just need to figure out what works for you. That's the whole point of this video. It's not like these are the rules. These are things that I did that helped me and could inspire you. And there's more to it, you know. It could inspire you to figure out what works for you. Journaling worked for me. I didn't think it would, because I was very skeptical about it at first, and I just, you know what, I said, let me just give it a shot. You know, I actually did not say that. I remember thinking, you know what, I was going crazy, and I thought, I need to figure out a way to get these thoughts and things out of my mind and out of my head. And one day I just realized that I started typing on my laptop and just writing random things. I even took a random creative writing course, a short course then, I remember. But now that I think about it, it's just things that I was drawn to and I didn't know how to explore it, that I needed to, you know, it was me exploring myself, and I wanted to write. I just didn't know how to, so I thought, okay, maybe if I get a creative course, it would do that. And that helped. Back then it helped, and now it even helps more. But it was an experience that I needed to do to help me get to where I am now. And journaling was really important because it helped me put things into perspective. It helped me bring out things out of my head, because I really didn't get to talk to a lot of people when I started my healing journey. I did a few, but I chose to go through it on my own. And with time, when I got to a better place, I started sharing it with people. And journaling, it doesn't have to be for you. It could be music, art, whatever you want. Just listen to yourself and follow your guts. And yeah, my number 6. I chose to put this. It came randomly and I chose to put it down. People might not agree with me. That's fine. Let me tell you. Dieting. Diet. Whatever. I cannot tell you how important your diet is. What you eat. How you eat. How important it is for your journey. Example, with me. When I decided to start my journey, the first thing I remember that just dropped in my head was the way I ate. Like, I wasn't really a bad eater. I actually ate pretty healthy. But I just knew that I was doing things. I needed to be honest with myself. I knew I was eating things and having things that did not work for my body. I got super bloated because I was intolerant to lactose. Cheese. Oh, Lord. Cheese. I used to love cheese, but I knew it wasn't good for me because I was bloated, and that caused me to be very uncomfortable in my skin because I felt like, I felt really disgusted. I felt really bad, even if I went to the gym, but I felt very heavy and just, I was just all over the place with my physical self. I really did not like myself. So it was really crucial for me to be as honest as possible to why I felt like that. My first instinct was to go directly to eating raw plant-based food. This was like 2 years ago. But somehow I found sanity and I thought to myself, you know what, you need to chill. Like, take your time and build up to that. If that's what you want, build up to that. Don't rush it. Transition slowly into that, because then you might risk hurting yourself. Your body has been eating a certain way for years, for all its life. You cannot just wake up and start eating the complete opposite. You need to build up, be very patience with yourself and build up to that. And that's what I've done ever since I started cutting things. Now I'm plant-based, and I obviously am not going to tell people what to eat, even though yeah, I'm just saying, pay attention to what you eat. It plays a massive role on how you think, act, carry your body, how you feel in your body. How do you eat? Do you eat to feed your body or your body? Or do you eat against your body? Up to you. Decide how you and what you want to eat, but I'm gonna stay away from that meat and, and all that. And I felt my best ever since I started transitioning, and now, like, I feel great. I love my body. I love where my body's going. I love the fact that I get to create the kind of body that I want. So dieting is really important in healing journey because it can change a lot of things. The way you think, the way you it changes, and it affects everything, because this is what you put in your body. The body that you live in, you feed it. How do you feed it? What do you feed it? Because what you give it is what it will give you. So dieting is, I think, one of the most important things that you can work on in your journey. So yeah, these are my 6 for now. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'm just recording with my phone now because my camera decided to ditch on me. But yeah, thank you so much, and let me know what you think, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family, and to a beautiful journey of healing and of life. Stay blessed.